starting to feel like there's this character. I think it's on like Five Nights at Freddy's. Like this fucking round child. Oh shit, my stuff. Like this round child character. I think it's like on the second one. Balloon Boy, I think is the name of the character. Whose like only quote in the entire game is "Hello." I'm slowly becoming a balloon, I guess. I'm sure there would be some people online who would be happy about that. So how's it going, Seribot? It's going alright on my end. Well, no, it's not, to be honest. It's not going alright. Could definitely be better. Kinda got fucked by life recently. Not super cool. Not super cool at all. But I guess on the positive side of things, I won't be busy for my Christmas vacation. Yeah, right. I've got Seribot here to hang out with. But yeah, shit kind of sucked. Yesterday I discovered in the morning, so I was kind of offline for the entire night. I've been writing a novel. It doesn't really have a name yet. It's just right now it's just called witchy things. It's I started writing it like I think like maybe like I've been writing it for like 2 weeks, I think. I've got like 70 pages now. It's nice to write because I don't have to be... I don't sort of need the internet for it. So I can post some of my stream VODs on Tribe. So that's what I did yesterday. I posted the fucking tribal hunter one of them that was like 8 hours because like the bosses took forever. Yeah, that was the gist of it. So I spent the entire day sort of offline, and then in the morning I did my Final Fantasy dailies on my Steam Deck, because I can connect my Steam Deck to our internet, or well, I can connect it to my phone internet, which is it's like a 4G connection, so they can have like separate connections. So because when you're uploading VODs to Drive, it sort of completely decimates, at least on my end, it decimates the internet connection. Because you're sending like multiple gigs of stuff. Yesterday's thing was like 38 gigs or something like that. It was a single VOD. And it completely clogs up my internet connection, so I sent it. But I decided to do my dailies on Final Fantasy on the Steam Deck, which is very convenient that I can do that. And I discovered the secret of how to get commendations for DPS. I was playing Ninja. There's 2 ways, at least for Ninja. The number 1 way is to do your thing right, I guess. Those people who have like that burning ring behind their back give you commendations if you do your ninja things right, meaning you do your dotons right, you do your trick attacks right, And you do like, I guess, decent deep. I don't know because I didn't have the tracker on, but oh really? That would be very convenient. Yes. That would be very nice. But yeah, it was either way. It was I managed to play just fine on my phone connection, 1 meg per second. Or yeah, I think. I played on Ninja, and the second secret was to die in funny ways and be boastful about it. I was doing alliance raids. I was doing alliance raids, and it was the Labyrinth of the Ancients, I think, and because I was on the phone connection, it was kind of like it's surprisingly good, honestly. It's really, really good, especially if you're doing like normal dungeons and whatever. When when you're doing alliance raids, it does lag a little bit, not badly, but a little bit. And so there's the final boss. I don't remember his name, but it's like this tall guy with like a stupidly inconvenient sword, and he does an ancient flare, which is like a raid wipe. You have to hide behind like the barrier to protect yourself from it. And because of the lag, I looked like I was in the safe barrier. And then I got hit by like 99,999 damage. And then everybody in the group that I was in was like, "What the fuck? How did you die?" And I was like, in chat, never underestimate the ninja's ability to commit Sudoku. And they were like, "Fuck, damn girl, sheesh." Okay. And I got a lot of commendation. So yeah, those are the secrets to getting commendations on a DPS. Now you know. But yeah, today we have this motherfucker on top. Ascan. We gotta go fish for that in just a bit. I don't really have anything scheduled for today. We're just gonna talk about whatever. If there's anything you'd like for me to talk about or ramble on about, just let me know. I'm sort of still getting over the whole disappointment of the Desukon thing. So maybe let's not talk about that. If that's okay. I need to do, after stream today, I need to do like because I was originally, so Cloud's Twister is out, right? The Cloud's Twister 4, you can buy the book. It's on Etsy. And it's whatchamacallit? I wanted to do like a post for Instagram, and because Instagram has a lot of Clownfish Twister people, and Twitter, to sort of explain my situation, like what's going on and why is it like this? Why is it more expensive than the usual Clownfish Twisters and everything like that. But then I realized that like when you are kind of depressed over shit not working out, it's really hard to be motivated to like put an effort into things. I'm having a hard time forcing myself to do work stuff. Not hard enough to fail at it. I did manage to write like 10 pages yesterday too. But it's just not a lot in comparison with my usual, which is about double that. But it is hard to feel motivated to make stuff like a shitty infomercial about Clownfish Twister 4 when I wanted it to have like a special event where it would be released and everything would be so cool and everybody would be like, oh, Mae-mae, you're so great. And I would be like, yes, I know, I really am great. But because that's not happening, I was originally thinking of making like a picture to post on Instagram and Twitter. But then I figured or found out that you can post videos on Instagram, I think. I think you can post some amount of videos on Twitter as well. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just make a video explaining the situation because it's much faster and it's much more convenient. It's easier to get a high quality product by just making a video of it than to like actually draw something and like make a comic about it or something like that. Comics are a lot of effort in comparison with videos. So yeah. So I'm just gonna make a video about it, and I need to post that like tomorrow at daytime. So that people can sort of understand what's going on and why the prices are kind of pricey and whatever. But yeah, I hate having to explain this shit. I wish things would have been different, but they're not. And I tried a lot. I tried a lot of things to make things different and better, but they didn't work out. So I'm shit out of luck, to put it very lightly. So I don't really have a choice anymore. So all I can really do is, when I sit here, I can. This is my fishing spot now. Very good. Feet are comfortably in the ground. So yeah. So that's the gist of what I have to. Fucking hell. Nice hitboxes, bro. Hello there, Yapso. But yeah, that's the gist of it. Outside of that, well, I don't really have anything. I was thinking that I'd be able to keep myself busy with getting all the books done, and then I'd be able to sort of do work just by myself, like all have like relaxy times and just do work and whatever. But it's not to be like that. So yeah. It do be like that sometimes, I guess. But yeah. Let's not forget the backpacks. They're very important. But yeah. In terms of other stuff, I have my book and I have my webcomic to do, I guess. The webcomic I'll start releasing more actively once I get the first episode done. I'm like 14 webcomic pages in, so that's like, well, it's quite a bit of reading already. They're like those long toilet paper kinda pages. So there's a, well, at least it's sort of like looks like there's more. Webcomics are such a shallow piece of shit medium. Like they're literally designed to make you think that you're getting more, but there's very little effort that actually goes into a webcomic in comparison with like making an actual comic page. But I mean, it does work. It's cost effective, and it looks like you did a lot, even though you didn't. Because the scrolling is sort of a part of the experience, I guess. It's like, I don't know. It's pretty sneaky, but it's also really easy to draw a webcomic. Like, after drawing normal comics for so long, drawing webcomics all of a sudden is like stupidly easy. I don't know if anybody will be interested in the comic. It's kind of a gimmick, for sure. But I guess we'll see. The main issue is the fact that, well, I don't know. I guess there's a lot of different kinds of webcomics out there, but the main character is like a furry bait. Which is sort of, I don't know if that will, how that will sort of like affect people's opinions of it, I guess. I can show some stuff of it, since, well, nothing really matters at this point, because there's nothing I can really do until like a lot later. All of my projects sort of collapsed with the whole book thing falling through, so all I can do really is work. But I have this webcomic about furry baiting. It has like a gimmick where people on my Patreon can submit their OCs, and they can have their own OCs appear in it. The idea is that there's this like, because sort of like if you're in like artist circles, you'll probably meet a lot of people who have a lot of OCs, and usually a lot of those OCs never see use after like one sort of appearance or something like that. Especially in the younger art circles, it's very common for people to not care a lot about their OCs. Essentially, they're usually like done on a whim. Like you have like a special interest. Let's say you're really into Pokemon right now. And can they submit their, what do you mean? But yeah, they the OCs usually sort of get discarded, because after your interest, like in Pokemon, for example, wanes, you move on to a different OC, which is a very common thing. Also in the porn circles, it's very common to have like OCs that are completely based around a fetish. And when a person sort of moves on and comes interested into a different fetish, then the character is sort of discarded the instant. I know a lot of people like this. There's this one French guy who has he has like a big kink for like weird species, insects and like crabs and like weird shit like that. And he, like, every single time he commissions me, he has like a new character, basically, that he wants me to draw. There was like, I think only one character that he commissioned me to draw multiple times. Every other character was like a first timer and never ever seen again. just buy one commission of this character and never again. So the comic is about like one of my OCs that I discarded like this, and she's been abandoned into like this trash heap of like discarded OCs, and like fucking Chemical X from Powerpuff Girls is like poured on her, and she becomes super powerful, and then she comes up from the pile of OC trash and goes on a journey for revenge, and she wants to kill me. That's sort of the gist of it. And people can submit their own OCs, and they can either side with her, my OC, to go on a revenge journey with her, or they can try to stand in her way. And well, depending on like what tier of subscription you are on my Patreon, you'll have more control over what kind of role your character would have. But in the 5 USD tier, for example, I will be in control of what role your character will play. I'll try to mimic your character's personality and whatever to the best of my ability, but you can't really add input into the story. Then if you're in a higher tier, then you can, for example, tell me that, hey, would it be okay if my character was like this or like that in this story? And then I'll be like, maybe. Or like, I don't think so. I think you're a stupid idiot. Go fuck yourself. But yeah. But the main character is, let's see. Here we have the first thingy that has another person's OC, specifically Scorp's Abyss. Scorp is in chat right now, actually. It's been his character is like a mercenary who's been hired by the incineration unit to get rid of Sin, my character. But what she thinks is that there's going to be like a pudding, which is what she usually hunts. There's like this weird slinky ass monster, the furry bait. And this is what the aberrations usually look like. This is what she's used to. They're very cute. Probably not this cute. They're probably just a pile of slime. But this is like a visual depiction. And but this one has, and here's Abyss being angry. She has to have like a face mask because the air in the incineration unit is completely toxic. The previous pages show like these AMOGUS people who have like hazmat suits and whatever, sort of going around, and because of that, Abyss also has to wear a mask. And then there's like I'm blabbing on. I won't go over the entire thing because you can actually read it for free. But Abyss is like she's like a fighting nut. So she picks a fight with Sin, and then she gets fucked because, well, first of all, you can't even bring your own weaponry into the incineration unit. You have to use like the stuff that they provide you. So she's not in her full capacity here, but there's like this like cool battle scene, and then there's Sin, who's all edgy. God, I fucking like drawing this edge cringe is really not my thing. but it's a fun change of pace. But if you want your OCs to get trashed by her, then you can send them in, and I'll make your OC look like a dweeb. But no, I'll try to bring out their best qualities. Edgy like your name. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, there's a thing here. Let's see here. It's this. Did you draw like 90? Well, sort of, yeah, but like Among the Sheep is kind of different. It has like a more classy feel to it, I think. Because I don't know, it just didn't feel the same. But what the fuck? But yeah, Abyss is like, here's her card. She drew the guns herself. They're very impressive. And Sin is like, how edgy. What a shitty name. And Abyss is like, well, what's your name then, Goopy? And she's like, Sin. And she's like, oh shit, my condolences. It's as bad as mine. So they're like bonding over having shitty edgelord names. It's basically like a meta comic about OCs and like the stupid thing that people do when they make their like OCs and whatever. Like, for example, edgy names and like being a battle nut and having like a cool sword that you want to pick a fight with a creature and whatever. It's like a sort of like a, like if you have an OC, you'll probably understand a lot of the jokes and you'll probably understand what it's sort of about. I don't know if there's an audience for something like this, but we'll see, I guess. But yeah, it's okay. It's really easy to draw. Sin is a super super easy to draw main character because her proportions are inconsistent because she's made of slime. So I can just draw her sort of like whatever, and also she's kind of cute. She looks like a dildo. But the fact that I can sort of draw her, however, because she's made of goop. Nice pink Moomin. Yeah, exactly. She's like she's like she's not the most sort of dangerous looking thing when she looks like this. And oh shit. Oh no, it's still 16 minutes until the fish. But yeah, it's easy to draw because she's inconsistent. I only have to really focus on the nobleness of these OCs that are submitted to me. But it's still one of my series, so it's comedy. Obviously, there's comedic elements to it, even though it's kind of edgy. I don't know if Sin can even scratch her head because she's made of goop. I guess she can. She can probably like harden her body parts to be like more solid. But yeah, she's a goop Moomin with long neck to be relatable to me. Her original, so Sin is I wouldn't say she's one of my first OCs. I can't show you any pictures because she's like her tits are always showing. She was a Pokemon OC. She's a Lugia. That's why she looks like one. And when I first went on Fur Affinity, right? I thought that people would not appreciate any of my work if I didn't have a fursona. So Sin was my fursona, quote unquote. I never really, because I'm not a furry. I don't identify with the stuff myself, so I never sort of identified with her that much. So eventually I realized that I was just drawing my human characters a lot more than her, and she just sort of, she was just kind of forgotten, I guess. And like I wasn't interested in drawing her mostly. So when it comes down to OCs, I'm really selfish. Look at what a fucking beautiful silhouette, by the way. What a fucking fantastic character shape. Anyway, I am a very selfish creator when it comes down to characters. I cannot deal with the fact that some character design doesn't belong to me, right? And when a character is a Pokemon, obviously I can't claim ownership for it. I can't be like, yeah, this is my design. because obviously it's not. So that's sort of why I grew so distant towards Sin, is because I never considered her sort of my character. And to me, it's really important that my characters are my characters. Because of this sort of disconnect, she completely fell off the wayside. I tried to redesign her multiple times. She was the one character who went through the most redesigns outside of Miyuki. Miyuki is the most redesigned character, who was also originally a Pokemon. She was a Gardevoir. But Miyuki is completely separate from that now. I've done a lot of redesigning to her, and she looks great, and I'm really happy with her design. But like, a lot of stuff that I did was originally inspired by Pokemon's design, and nothing wrong with that per se. Pokemon has fantastic design, even though the game design is trash. The character design is masterful. But the thing is, like, I just sort of, well, kind of like how this comic depicts it, I threw her away. I had other characters that I was more into. I'm not really into furry characters, so I made more human characters. Pain, Terra, Miyuki, Maru, Ren, Cerebel. Those are, like, they all sort of superseded Sin. And then I just stopped drawing her. But I always kind of felt bad about it, because she did have, like, an important part in my life. She was my first sort of she was my first self-aware self-insert, where I made her a self-insert on purpose. And this, she, like, Miyuki is obviously, she's my self-insert. She's the dick girl. It's kind of obvious. Her height is exactly mine. And her personality is basically just mine. There's like, she's a little bit different. She's more honest about being a masochist. But well, right now her personality has developed a little bit further to be its own unique thing. But she started off just as a self-insert. But I wasn't sort of aware of this. I never considered her a self-insert back then. Just like a lot of Jeff Kusanagis don't consider their shitty self-inserts. But Sin, from the beginning, she was a self-insert. Her interests were exactly mine, and everything like that, blah, 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 you know. And she was completely fetish-ridden. Like, a fucking monstrously fetish-ridden character. She was basically nothing but fetishes. It was kind of embarrassing how fetishy she was of a character. What a fucking, like, oh, fuck. All the things I did with her. Shit. But yeah, that's sort of the thing. I mean, I think it was like a part of her OC, like her character concept that she was like, she was like into everything. She had like all the fetishes or something like that, if I don't remember wrong. She was like a super specialist pervert. She was like always like, okay, let's do this. But as my sort of personal preferences grew, I could no longer sort of match that, because I'm not into everything anymore. I used to be when I was younger, because I was sort of trying to find my own thing, like what's my thing, what am I really into. So I used to just be like, I mean, whatever goes, you know, I'll try everything once. I was very omnivorous, but when it came down to fetishes, and Sin was sort of the personification of that. But she's also a personification of a time in my life when I didn't really have a lot of preferences. I didn't have a lot of opinions yet. Here she actually kind of goes over that. She's like, I sung, I danced, I loved, and I hated, all to gain the favor of my beloved creator. So like, well, I'm turning this into like a story. Like, look at this fucking Mae-mae. I took the horns off. Like, maybe they're hidden because the Mae-mae would be too obvious otherwise. But I sort of twisted it in the story into this thing that Sin did all. Sin was into everything because that's what her creator wanted. Because I didn't know what I was into back then. And then when I discovered that I do have preferences, I could no longer relate to Sin at all. I didn't want to do everything, but Sin as a character was supposed to do everything. And I don't know. It just grew harder and harder to be into her. And so I dropped her completely. But as I mentioned before, I was always kind of regretful over that. So I decided to find a way to try to bring her back. And so I redesigned her. I sort of this was like the original sort of rough sketch to make the design around. She still has the big Lugia hands, right? But they're sort of a part of her goopy body. So you know, it's a little bit different. She definitely has a very Lugia-esque shape to her. But I think she's different enough to not be one anymore. She has a short tail because that was one of my quote-unquote great design choices with Sin, was that, oh, she's different because she has a shorter tail than a normal Lugia. I was, you know, nobody gets good at anything without some shitty bumps on the road. So Sin was turned into this instead. Let's put this here so that we can look at this. In here the proportions are a little bit different. I put a lot more emphasis into her neck because it's funny. Long necks are sort of something that has become like an inside joke in my community, and because of this, Sin was given like a very long neck. Especially in these chibi versions of her, she has a very, very long neck. She's very tall, probably like 3 or so meters tall, I would say. But she can shorten herself because she's made of like this nanomachine goop or something like that. Nanomachine sun. But let me actually do some fishing here real quick. But the thing is, oh, we should actually turn on the volume for this because the scan is really shitty when it comes down to this shit. This isn't gonna take long. We can get back to talking about Sin in a second. But yeah. So Sin was redesigned. I kept the sort of original, some of the original design concepts that she used to have, and I twisted some of them to be my own thing. Now she's a slime monster, and I'm actually kind of happy with her design. She's okay. You can find a lot of porn of Sin on my Fur Affinity, back from when she was still a Lugia. Let's turn on price catch. Surely that's the thing that we need to make this this scan happen. But yeah, Sin was a porn character. I kept her original color design because it's honestly pretty good. Like a silvery gray with cyan and pink. For anybody who's interested in color theory, so pink and cyan go together really well. They're complementary. Because pink is sort of it's almost a red, but it's also almost kind of a purple. And cyan is a mixture, or this turquoise is sort of a mixture of green and blue, which makes for a really nice contrast. And then the gray is there to make the bright colored parts look brighter. She has a very alien kind of color scheme, but also kind of cutesy, because she originally was kind of cutesy. Now she's just this angry, jaded edgelord. But she does have her cute Moomin moments every now and then as well. But I didn't want to just throw her away, because I still like her. I still like her a lot, even though she's a Lugia, or she used to be one. And I wanted to give her a second chance. So now she's the protagonist of my webcomic, Metamorph Queen. She will also be one of the enemies in my TTRPG campaign. So look forward to that, I guess. I now have all four those, like the elite four that you have to defeat to go to the final boss in the campaign. I just yesterday realized that, oh yeah, I can use one character from another project that I'm working on as a boss character for it. So that's a thing. But yeah, this one is okay to draw. It has like this stylized slight coloring to it, as you noticed. There's like a lore reason for this. It's because there's this like substance that the creators, who are like people who make OCs, like they sort of consume this or use this matter that has color in order to create OCs. And sort of the more fresh the matter is, the the more colorful the OC looks. In Sin's case, she was like, there's like a canister of this stuff that was like, what is it called? Like, it doesn't work right. Defective. It was a defective canister of this stuff thrown into the garbage dump that she was in, and it made contact with her, and then she became the modern Sin from that. She actually had the old design pretty much when she was in the garbage dump, but because she's so broken down, you can't really tell that, like, what she is. I don't know. It's like these little things that nobody's ever gonna notice, but like I enjoy doing them. But yeah. So that's something I'm working on. It's pretty fun. You can read it for free on my Patreon right now. You don't have to be a patron if you'd like to read it. It will be made public in Webtoons probably after I finish the first chapter with Abyss. She's still gonna be featured in like a bunch of new pages that come out this month. And yeah. So there was that. As usual, no luck. Hasn't bitten for like almost a month now. But yeah, so yeah. There's Sin. She's okay. I don't know how the comic will do, but we'll see. I would imagine there's at least a small audience for people who want to have their OCs in it. And sort of to what Amiko said earlier, there's a lot of people out there who do OCs, like these sort of kertakäyttö OCs, as we would call them, like one-time use OCs that are based on a momentary whim. I think they're especially common among people who have a very, well, in my experience, people who have a very sort of wide spectrum of fetishes. I think it's like a matter of sort of people trying to find their identity in a way through their OCs. And they just haven't found the one. And the issue is that they don't understand that instead of trying to make like infinite OCs that are like small fragments of what your interests are, instead you can combine multiple interests into a single OC. It's totally okay to have multiple things sort of compounded into a single OC. That's when they usually become more alive. They're no longer like just a character, but they become like a person when you give them more than just one gimmick that their entire character is based on. Because a lot of OCs are, well, how should I say this? I guess it's just easier to, or some people think that it's like bad to sort of self-insert into OCs, right? There's nothing wrong with that if you do it sort of right. Obviously, like every OC technically that people write is going to be a self-insert no matter what, because it's you who's writing the character, so there's going to be like self-insertedness to it, like no matter what. I actually like the novel that I'm writing is it's actually written in first person. It's first person. It's like I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's like I'm a zoo animal and he has never. It's like I'm a zoo animal he has never seen before. It's got a, what is it called in English? In Finnish it's called minäkertoja, like a self narration or something like that. It's there's nothing wrong with writing a sort of first person narration. Yeah, it has first person narration. And like if you sort of embrace it, there's no issue with that. But if you're really scared of making a self-insert, it's very easy to have the character sort of end up like one of those sort of one-time use characters. Whenever you're doing like a creative project of any kind, really, you're reflecting your personal experiences and personal interests and whatever into it. This comic is it's an isekai fantasy. For a female audience, for a change. It's not for dudes. You can definitely enjoy it as a guy too. It's like a fantasy thriller. But it's like, but it is female. There's only like female characters in the main cast, and the direction of the comic is more like, I guess, female oriented. It's not really sort of like, it's not like, oh my god, I need to go on a diet. Like there's nothing like that here. But which is really cringe. Like I fucking hate it when like anime characters like Sailor Moon, whose waistline is like 2 millimeters thin. It's like, oh shit, I'm too fat, I need to go on a diet. But the characters are self-insert. The main character, Iverna, she's like a girl who dies because of a heart defect during her surgery, and she gets reincarnated into what she thinks is a purgatory, that is like an amalgamation of her personal like escapes in her life when she was depressed over the fact, like for her entire life she's basically been promised that she's gonna die really young. And she's been really depressed all of her life, and she doesn't really have any interest in living anymore. And she has been sinking her depression into escapism, where she wants to, like, she read a lot of novels, she played a lot of games and whatever. And then she gets reincarnated into an isekai, but instead of it being like, oh, this is the novel that I love, or oh, this is the video game that I know, she gets reincarnated into this amalgamate mixture of all of her escapist fantasies, and she can't like pinpoint a spot where like what her thing is, like what is this place. Like she doesn't recognize anything. Essentially she has some gist of understanding of how some things work, but she doesn't have like the cheat ability advantage, and instead of being reincarnated as the hero, she's reincarnated as an enemy. She's a witch, which are like one of the antagonists of this world. They're like these evil creatures that eat souls, and she doesn't really have any powers or whatever. She actually loses her arm in like one of the first chapters of the book, and it's just gone. It just got ripped off and eaten by a wolf. So she's not gonna have a good time. But she has a very Mae-mae-esque mentality towards things. She goes on like long tirades about like her philosophical views, and like she psychoanalyzes everybody who she sees, and she's like, oh yeah, this person definitely thinks this and this and this. And she's really arrogant, just like I am. Where she thinks that she always knows how to talk to people, but then she accidentally insults somebody and they're like, fuck, maybe I shouldn't have said that. And she's a self-insert by all means. She meets this knightly woman who got into some trouble with the same kingdom that the main character got reincarnated to, and they decide to join forces to take revenge on the kingdom that exiled them. And the knightly woman, while she's not necessarily like a self-insert or anything, she's more like a fetish. Because I really like princely girls. They're cool. So I wrote her in, hello there, Val. We're talking about the significance of self-insert OCs, and how it's okay to write characters like that as long as you do it sort of okay. The one really important thing about self-insert OCs that so this is like an isekai fantasy, right? I wanted to write a story, and I made a self-insert character. So one of the first things that I noticed when I was writing was that Iverna, the main character, she was kind of like, she always had a good grasp on things, because I'm kind of like a pretty level-headed person in the sense that I get over issues really fast, and even if they're like really severe, maybe I'm some kind of sociopath or something, I don't know, but I get over stuff really quickly. I just, like we did the Rorschach test, as it said, I'm a very, very like I have a very good sort of mental as it was very legit. But my recovery speed is very, very fast. Um, but I feel like that's probably something really hard to relate to for people because it's not natural. It's not normal. The reason to why a lot of people don't usually get ever really worried when I get like something really bad happens to me is because I always bounce back really fast. There's good sides to that and bad sides to that. Good side is I bounce back really fast, so you know, I don't really have that sort of, I don't get stuck into a negative loop for a long time. It doesn't stop me from working and stuff like that, even though it's really, really hard to force myself to work sometimes, but I'm sort of so used to my things that I will do it, even if I don't feel like it. And then once I get to the groove of it, then I'll enjoy the work again. But it's such an unnatural and unrelatable thing to a lot of people, especially if it's like a female audience. For like young adult females, they often have like some kind of doubt in their life, and like they don't bounce back just like that. So I had to pay extra attention to Iverna, the main character, to not be too much like me, because I'm not a good main character, because I'm too like I don't know, like my like mental state has indestructible as like a keyword ability. So you can do damage, but it never destroys me. But Iverna, she has a lot of moments when she shows great weakness, and understanding that is really important. And then when you understand that, then you can like self-insert as much as you want. It's not a problem. But your character has to have issues. They have to have bad sides. They have to have worries. Iverna is like, she doesn't care about her death to like a suicidal degree, where she's willing to go into like extreme lengths for the sake of her adventures, because she's already died once, so she doesn't fear death that much. But she has never had friends in her life. So Amelia, her first friend, she's like a knight. Iverna is always like really worried for how Amelia will be. How will she be able to survive from these situations? And Amelia is sort of the one that Iverna reflects her humanity through, sort of fearing for Amelia and fearing for the loss of her friend. That's sort of how Iverna's humanity is like reflected, and it's sort of how she deviates from me, because I don't give a shit. I'm a very self-centered person, and my own success and my own happiness comes always first to me, which I think is a pretty healthy way of going about it. But if you have a really dear friend, sometimes you kind of set your own well-being aside for the sake of helping them, as long as you don't do it too often. And Iverna is sort of like that. And then later on, whereas Amelia is just a fetish character, because I love princely, knightly women. There's something about them. If I would ever get a female partner, I would want them to be like a prince who just carries me around and treats me like a princess. That's why I'm more into dudes, because that's more common in guys. But yeah, that's my I like that kind of girls. They're cool. They're really cool. And now so in an adventure party in fantasy and a lot of anime in general, there's always three characters. Harry Potter has Harry, Ron, and Hermione, for different kinds of people to relate to. And because Iverna and Amelia are sort of like more peaceful, Iverna is kind of headstrong. Amelia she's kind of consumed by her want for revenge, but she's also she has like a knightly sense of honor, and because of that she's like pretty noble. But now soon, well, it was just introduced, like the third main character, the last one. Her name is Fanail. She's like a Lalafell. Because I like Lalafell a lot. So I introduced the Lalafell character. Just introducing my personal interests into the story. But she's a dwarf. She's not a Lalafell, but she just is gonna look like one, you know. And her name is Fanail. Fanail Il Subtherma is she's a princess, and she's like a super like foul mouth. She's like a fucking biker gang boss. She swears and she curses all the time, and she has a rapier. She's like a red mage from Final Fantasy, and she pokes people in their crotches with the rapier because she's so short. And she's very funny. She's sort of like a comedic element to their main group of heroes, to balance out the two more serious characters with this funny character. And then they go on adventures together to have revenge, you know, like friends usually do. But Iverna is a self-insert by all means, but she's not just like a power fantasy version of me. She's got a lot of weaknesses and a lot of strengths that I don't have, and she's pretty fun to write. As you can probably tell from the fact that I've got 71 pages of this already. I've written it for only 2 weeks, and kind of on and off. I only wrote like for the first week, I only wrote on 2 days, but I wrote 20 pages on each day. And then this week, since I've been kind of out of it, I haven't really had the energy to draw my comic forward because of shit happening. I've been just writing this, and that's how I got to 71. But yeah, Amiko can be your priest to carry you around in force fight. I'm pretty long. I'm pretty hard to carry, just as a warning. But yeah, there's definitely a fun side to writing self-inserts. A lot of my, well, all of my OCs essentially are self-inserts. I've mentioned this multiple times, and especially the ones that are like the most developed, Miyuki, Terra, Pain, Maru, Ren. Those are like the most developed characters that I have, and they definitely are something. Well, I've had them for eons essentially. Miyuki I made like on 7th grade. So when I was, she's like, what is she like? 14, 24. She's like a good 15 or so years old as a character. So obviously, after having an OC for 15 years and constantly revising her design and her, like the concepts that go into her and whatever, obviously at that point the character should at least have some sense of, you know, detail to them. Terra I made when I was on 8th grade. She's my 8th grader syndrome character. She actually isn't. I think Miyuki's mother is the Chuni character that I created when I was also 8th grade. I think she's, I want to say she's newer than Terra. I don't think I've ever shown her on stream. I don't really have a lot of modern depictions of her. Because I haven't really needed her in any of my art projects recently. She would have appeared in Among the Sheep, but maybe in the novelization she will be appearing in. But she was the Chuni character. She's like this sort of edgy. She's really edgy, I guess. Let's just summarize it like that. She's really, really edgy. Guano likes her. That's, well, it's obvious because Guano is an edgelord. we had like when I was in the comic book school, we'd do like these fun little activities together with the class, and one of them was like we'd rotate like these ref sheets of our OCs, and everybody would draw someone else's OC, and Kwona would obviously choose the edgiest character as usual. But yeah, I even remember him saying something like, yeah, this is the kind of character that I like, and I was like, yeah, I know, right? This is the kind of character that you like. But yeah, she was the Chuni character for sure. Now she's more kind of... I sort of embraced that Chuni element of her, and instead of making her into like this like edgy character who wants revenge or something stupid like that, she's like a machine. So she's like really emotionally cold, but she's like a super advanced machine where she can like simulate emotions, but everybody knows that she's faking it. But she feels completely human when she simulates emotions, but everybody knows that she's faking it. So it's like a really conflicting kind of emotion to, like, obviously she doesn't like fake them if she doesn't need to, but if there's a reason to do so, she can. She has like a thing with pain. They're like quote unquote friends, as much as you can be friends with a machine. There's actually a thing in Spicy Variant. There's like what was it like? There was like a your mom joke with Pain and Miyuki. You have to be like really invested in the Mae-mae cinematic universe to get the joke. And you probably can't, if I think about it. No, you can. You can get it. You can get it, yeah. If you really, 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 really like super, super ultra dig deep, you can get it. But there's like a very, very like sort of impossible to get joke, like a your mom joke with Miyuki and Pain when Pain talks about Miyuki's mom. But yeah, she was my Chuni. Ironically, when I originally created her, her name was Mae. that was the original name of her. Now she doesn't have a name. That's the whole thing. Like, she doesn't need a name because she's a machine. She's just the goddess of creation. Like, how narcissistic, right? I named myself after the goddess of creation of my canon. I'm like it's like the ultimate pinnacle of narcissism. In my canon, the goddess of creation is Mae, and I named myself after her. How fucking cringe is that? God damn it. I'm such a fucking dweeb. But yeah. But that's the gist of it. Terra was made around that time as well. I think Terra was before the goddess of creation. I don't exactly remember what. So Terra wasn't based on like a Pokemon or anything like that. I just fucking love cat girls. I guess that's it. I just really, really like cat girls. There's no like deeper meaning behind her character. Like the classical idiot cat girl was always like a character that I really, really liked, and that's it. But it was like, oh, this is a very nostalgic song. This is from Smash Bros. From Brawl, I think. but yeah, Terra came around that time. Ironically enough, Terra has a younger sister, like right in the canon. Her younger sister is Gaia. Gaia is the goddess of nature. They were named after Terra, or named Terra and Gaia because of their parents. Their mother has a Latin name as well. And because of that, they named their children in Latin as well. But Terra and Gaia are sisters, and funny enough, Gaia, the younger sister, was actually designed first, and then like later on, I was like, okay, well, she needs an One-chan, and then Terra became a thing, and I fucking fell in love with Terra. She was like everything I wanted in a cat girl. She was so fucking stupid. Like, oh fuck, she's such a fucking idiot. I love her. It's Terra just became like a staple character in my sort of roster from there. Self-insert as well. Terra was like the class clown side of my personality. She was like the embodiment of that, sort of embracing that side of things. And then in 2012, I think. Yeah. 2012, I made Pain. I remember I got the inspiration for her on a train ride. I was coming home from Helsinki for some reason. I don't remember why. And I just like somehow like the name Pain was like just like in my head constantly. I was like, Pain, that's her name. And there wasn't any particular reason for it. It just was like, it just felt incredibly right for some reason, which is like, you know, it's a very cringy name. The actual official canon name, Pain, as in Peinn, which is her name. That came much later. She was just Pain as in pain, you know, when you hurt. For the longest time. And I fucking loved her. She was like an antithesis to the like old characters that I have, and like I think in a sense she was also like a step towards my, like she was like the first step towards like my self-acceptance. She was the first character that had no boobies. She was flat as a board. I'm actually more busty than she is now, as you can see. My ample bosom. And people were so mad. They're like, I don't like to favorite these lollies because they're so like there's no titties. And I was like, okay, well fuck you. She was really unpopular. She got like the least favorites of all of my characters in the start. And because I'm a defiant piece of shit, I kept drawing her. Like the fact that nobody liked her fueled my desire to draw her even more. I think like a big issue with Sin was the fact that everybody wanted me to draw her. She was really, really popular. Like people like, out of all of my OC, Sin I think is the only character who has ever had people asking, hey, why don't you draw Sin anymore? I really liked Sin. No other OC of mine has ever had such privileged treatment. But Pain, she was an underdog, and I fucking loved her for that. So I drew her a lot. She got actually pretty popular. As people sort of found out about her personality, people started liking her more. Yeah, furries. Yeah, they like Terra too. I fucking hated it. Like I mentioned this before, but I held these like writing contests on Fur Affinity, and people would always write Terra to have a fur and a tail. And for anybody who doesn't know, Terra doesn't have a fur or a tail. Let me show you guys. I think I have the picture of Terra over here in the Patreon art gallery. This one should be okay. She has like her nipples poking through her outfit, but it's not that bad that we'd get into trouble for it. Okay, let's close this. This is like a 29. I actually haven't drawn like a proper Terra art in full color in a long time, but here's Terra from 2019, right? Nice TDs, very big. She has this thing right here, right? But you might also see that she has like this sort of woolly thing onto her, and that's because Terra really likes snow. She loves snow. She lives in like a wintry wonderland by herself in the story that she's from, and she encounters Miyuki through like random story events leading into Miyuki falling in there. So Terra is winter oriented, right? Her these kitty paws, she doesn't actually have paws. She has normal fingers, just like any other human. The only actual feline-like features that she has are the ears and the orange skin with the stripes on it. And also now, recently, I've started converting her skin tone to be more tan than this tangerine, like super bright orange. We can see it here, spicy variant. Yeah, let's open this instead. Let's open this Clip Studio version of it. She's a Mikote, yeah. So, well, no, don't Mikotes have tails? But now she has a more sort of tan skin. There's still a hint of orange to it, but it's a little bit more natural, simply because I've gotten better at understanding colors and whatever. But yeah. She's snow oriented. Her tail, it's actually a thermostat. She has like hot tea in there, and she can like screw it open. Like there's like a cut over here that she can screw it open, and the other end, this end is like the cup, and she can pour the hot tea into the cup and then drink it. So yeah. The kitty paws are snowshoes so that she doesn't sink into snow. That's what they're for. And the claws are so that she can stick to ice better. There's a thermos in her tail. Yes, exactly. There's a thermos in her tail. Yes. It's not a tail, it's a thermos. So yeah. She doesn't actually have a tail, but because people wouldn't actually read into the characters at all, I would write descriptions of them. I would write descriptions of the characters for people, but people obviously wouldn't read them because like fuck that, right? I'm just gonna go by my fantasies instead of like actual character canon, and they would never win anything because they'd always get the characters wrong. But Terra was and always has been a special character in my heart. Drawing Terra always makes me happy. She's therapy for me. Because her personality is that she's like almost always happy about everything. The only instance when she's ever been serious is actually in Spicy Variant, which is very out of place probably. But there's actually a moment when Terra is serious in Spicy Variant. But she's serious because she's worried for her friends. That's the only reason. Oh yeah, I'm doing an art raffle on my adults only Twitter. If you want to participate, all you need to do is retweet and like the post. It's still functional until tomorrow's stream. On tomorrow's stream, we'll see who wins, and then I'll draw a free commission for whoever happens to be the latest retweet, or happens to be the RNG chosen retweeter. And yeah, but yeah, so Terra was like that. She's pretty old. Pain is very old. Maru is like from 2015, I think, is the original. It doesn't have to be something lewd, okay? Just because it's my adult-only Twitter doesn't mean that it has to be lewd. It can just be something safe for work too. But yeah. But yeah, Cerebell came first. I don't draw him a lot. I don't really have any projects that I'm working on right now that have him as a significant character. God damn it. Now people are thinking of like lewd ways to use Banana Val. Very good. I guess the AMOGUS are invoking madness in people. But yeah, it's just like that. But self-inserts galore. They're all self-inserts one way or another. Nothing wrong with that. I personally think there's more value to having fewer OCs who are well written instead of like a couple of throwaway OCs that you, or like a billion throwaway OCs that you keep making constantly. Because then you don't have that one character who you really relate to, and because you keep throwing OCs away really fast, you also never learn how to make proper OCs. Because if you just make a character based on a single whim or a fetish or whatever, it's very, very easy to have that character not end up being super, super well written. It's, you know, it's hard to write a character well when you don't have any experience of actually thinking about the character. So it's very common to see those OCs just be basically the fetish that they represent. So yeah, it's good to, god damn it, it's good to have a sort of different kind of approach toward the whole self-insert thing. There's nothing wrong with it if you do it right. In fact, there's nothing you can really do to not make a character more like, or there's nothing you can really do to prevent a character from being self-insert one way or another. So nothing wrong with it, just know how to handle it and you're good. But yeah. But Sin is no longer really a self-insert. She's become her own thing. She's full of hatred, sarcasm. I mean, I'm full of hatred and sarcasm as well, but she's like more cynical, I guess. Which is not really something I can blame her for, considering her mommy threw her away. What a shitty mommy, right? Not cool at all. These make me think of Barba Babas. I don't know if you guys know what those are, but were like these sheer versions of the Moomin that nobody cared about. Oh shit, that's too close to the other blue one. Let's put it here instead. Yeah. They're those squishy things. Yes. This is correct. They do look kind of squishy. What a powerful image this has become. Oh shit. Close enough, I guess. But yeah. But yeah. Oh shit, that's too close to the other pink one. Go here instead. But yeah. Please let me know if you want me to ramble about something specific. I don't mind rambling about something specific. Today's stream is essentially dedicated to nothing but rambling, so if you need some rambling, feel free to let me know. And like so. Random Pokemon ramble? Okay. I can ramble about Pokemon. Is there something in particular about Pokemon you'd want me to ramble about, or just Pokemon in general? Bad design? You mean game design? Because the visual design is fucking fantastic. Pokemon is beautiful when it comes down to... Well, not the, like, environmental design, specifically the character design. The character design is great. Pokemon... Well, it's like, I think it's like a very good, what is it, like an example of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Pokemon has amassed such a massive fan base at this point that they don't need to deliver a quality product anymore for it to sell. And at Nintendo, generally speaking, what really matters is if it sells or not, right? I'm sure there's some artistic side of things, but their idea is very much like what is fun in the design process and what sells. Miyamoto's ideology is like what is fun, but obviously he doesn't really know what fun is sometimes either. Miyamoto, like, just kind of like fucking a lot of these like legendary directors, Keiji Inafune, fucking, what's his name? God damn it, I'm having like a brain fart. Metal Gear Solid. What is the guy who makes Metal Gear Solid? I'm having like a total brain fart. Yeah, they did. Hideo Kojima, yeah. Fucking Igarashi and the idiot who got arrested for the fucking the guy who made the fucking Balan Wonderworld. There's a lot of this deification. Hideo Kojima, yeah. There's a lot of this deification in modern gaming culture, where like if you had your childhood blessed by the great, like the golden age of a game designer, be it Nintendo with Miyamoto, be it Capcom with Inafune, be it fucking Konami with Igarashi, Konami with Kojima. It's like you have to understand that they are human too. They're still people, and people make mistakes, and people aren't perfect. But because they're deified like that, people will buy their shit, even if it's bad, and they will say that, no, it's good, because it's made by this person, and this person is infallible, and they will never make anything bad. Unless they're the guy who made Balan Wonderworld. Nobody like that. As miserable as it is. Sorry, Balan Wonderworld, but fuck. But the thing is, Pokemon is in the same space right now. The fandom is full of idiots. Sorry, Pokemon fandom, but seriously, fucking hell. The games can be basically like a high school tier project, and people will be like, "Oh my god, this is such a great game!" Like, they really introduced like a lot of really good things into Pokemon. This is definitely a step forward for Pokemon. It's like the fucking fandom of Skyrim, who think that Skyrim is like the perfect game and there's nothing wrong with it. It's the exact same with Pokemon, where it's like a cult-like dedication to a product, where you will not see anything amiss with the product, because you've sort of connected your personal identity with the product to the point where if a person insults Pokemon, they're insulting you. And because of that, the Pokemon games don't go anywhere. Because they will sell no matter what, always. Because people will defend them to tooth and nail, even if they are a fucking flaming ass garbage fire. It's AMOGUS. AMOGUS, I think. Doesn't it have an N in its name, or is it just AMOGUS? I don't think it's AMOGUS. It's AMOGUS, because it's a joke on Fungus Among Us. But yeah, I know. It's a 5th gen Pokemon. I used to play Pokemon back then. What a fucking shitty ass Pokemon design too. Like, holy crap, that's like one of the worst ones. What an overpowered piece of shit Pokemon too. It's so popular in VGC. It's not even funny. It used to be like a top tier back then. Luckily, the AMOGUS memes came later. Though we didn't hear, like, in the professional circuit, just nothing but AMOGUS memes. God, that would have been something. But yeah. But because Pokemon is infallible in the eyes of a lot of the fans, the games don't ever get better. Because why would they? What's the point of making the games better when you can sell them really well without making them better? There's like no reason to ever make them, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And according to the fans and according to the sales, which is the most important part, it ain't broke. People will always buy Pokemon games no matter what. And when they buy Pokemon games, they give the devs an idea that oh, you know, our stuff is selling well, so this is the approximate amount of effort that we have to put into these games. Instead of it being a passion project like it used to be, now it's just a cash grab. The games produce a lot of money for very little effort and very little money in comparison. So, you know, whatever fattens your pocket the best. But that's, you know, that's just how it is. There's the most frustrating thing about Pokemon game design is the fact that there's so much potential behind it. Like, you could do like insane shit with that. Like, holy shit, you could do so much good. Like bro, But because the team who makes Pokemon games is so incompetent, those fantasies will probably not be becoming anything close to reality anytime soon. Game Freak is not, might surprise some people. Game Freak is not Nintendo. Game Freak is a second-party developer, which means that they work exclusively for Nintendo, but they are an independent publishing house. Pokemon is a independent brand from Nintendo. So yeah. And because of this, Nintendo's quality control doesn't have that much power over Pokemon. Nintendo has very strict quality guidelines. Game Freak does not. So yeah. It kind of do be like that, unfortunately. No flack to anybody who enjoys Pokemon. But it's okay to be greedy. It's okay to ask for more. Nothing wrong with it. In fact, it should be always encouraged that if you have nice things, that doesn't mean that you can't ask for more nice things, right? Nothing wrong with that. So you know, it's okay to be kind of like that. Oh, I guess I should post this in AMOGUS. Among Us. Yeah, in here. We have a dedicated channel to this shit. There we go. Let's post it on Twitter too. It's beautiful. Let's find this beautiful picture. What is hashtag Amogus girl? What the fuck? What is hashtag Among Us and not safe for dub? What the f... Bro. People are really scared of AI art generators. But AI can't draw this. AI can't make Amoguses like this. There's nothing AI can, like, no. No. Yeah, I did see. Let's see AI art generator. Let's see if we can no. Let's see, best AI art generator. Let's see if this is free. How Jasper art works. Generate art. Is there like a testing thing for this? No, it's just a subscription thing. Um, what about... No, that's photorealistic. What about Midjourney? Can we try Midjourney? Oh, you need to apply to the official waiting list? No, we can't do that. Best for generating NFTs for free? Yeah, no. Let's try DALL-E. Does DALL-E work? No, it's also waitlist. Shit. God damn it, these image generators aren't free. I want to do like a shitty free-ass image art generator. Okay, well, I guess I won't do that. I wanted to just try if it can do AMOGUSes as beautifully as I can. I don't understand why people are afraid of the AI when only humans can make something this beautiful. There's no way an AI would be able to do something this wonderful. Crayon. Let's try that. Formerly DALL-E Mini. Okay. Okay. Here. Why does it not let me? It doesn't let me click continue without. God, you don't know. It's just. Okay, before it notices. Let's see, a lot of colorful AMOGUS. Let's see what it can do. Should I have written it as AMOGUS? Maybe AMOGUS would have been more apt. Let's see if it can make this print on a t-shirt. Yeah, we really need to print that on a t-shirt, right, guys? Whatever it comes up with. But we'll see what kind of AMOGUS it comes up with. Apply for yeah, I know. Yeah, it was kind of like that. I don't really have that much interest in. Excuse me. Okay, let's try AMOGUSes. Those weren't AMOGUSes, those were just candy. They are pretty similar, but it wasn't AMOGUSes at all. Armless spacesuit babies. We'll try Among Us crewmates after this. Yeah. No. Okay, let's try. Let's see. I'm munching on little pretzels. They're just dry little thingies. Oh shit! What ugly emojis? This is probably like the best one. Or this one, maybe. But they're like all the same shape and size. Just shut up. Shut up. You will never stop me. You will never stop me and my Amoguses. We just made some beautiful Amogus art on stream. Look at this. Look at this and shiver. Shiver in fear. This is my power, and there's nothing you can do about that. No, they can't do anything to me. I have 2 Amogus plushies. They will protect me. No, they can't do anything to me. They can't. I'm too high up. I'm too high up in the sky. The Amoguses will never get to me. These Amogis. These Amogis. They're not nearly as good as my Amogis. I don't understand why people are afraid of AI art overcoming normie art. All you need to do is like test the power of Amoguses. There's no AI that can make Amoguses this beautiful. Just saying. Just saying. This is what only humans are capable of. There's no AI that has sussy energy like this. This is the true power of art. Anybody who thinks otherwise just doesn't understand. Or maybe they're not as proficient at drawing emojis as I am. Let's see what it's emoji. Let's see what it comes up with an emoji. Does it know what an emoji is? It's a plural for Among Us. A lot of amateurs think that it's Amoguses. That's like the plural, but no. It's Amogi. That's the official plural writing of Amogus. I'm sure the internet like agrees with me. Let me Google this. Is the plural of Amogus Amogi? Amogi. Amogi is the plural form of Amog. It's official. It's official. The plural of Amogus is Amogi, according to the Amogus wiki. Oh, what a wonderful sight. What is ultimate sus? Adolphus. God damn it. Ultimate sus. Oh, shit. It's a red Amogus. Powers, it's sus. Species Amogus rubrum. Okay. Area sub-empire. Sus empire. Its biome is sus empire. Oh, shit. It kills Amogi to live. Whoa, fuck. It's friends with Rafasus, Ultimate Susman, Ultimate Susuma, Ultimate Robodododusdusus, and O Susman 1259. Shit. He participated in the Sussy War. Wait, can you actually edit this wiki by your... Like, can anybody write on this wiki? Because we should definitely add Among in here. We should definitely add Among. Why is Jesus? Oh, because it has sus on there. Oh, fuck. Wait, what? Wiki creator, Inner Sloth official. No way. Is this an official wiki? What the fuck? Amogus wiki. Let me pull this here. Yeah, this shit doesn't know what an Amogi is. What a fucking piece of trash. Okay, now I'm going down the rabbit hole. Okay. I hope there's nothing not safe for work on Amogus wiki. I don't think there would, right? Yumi, it must be at least 13-year-old to contribute to wiki, okay. Hello, username. Welcome to Amogus wiki, containing only the finest of sassy bakas. Very good. Sassiest wiki on the fandom. Lots of sassy things on Amogus wiki. Feel free to explore and contribute. Okay, there's a lot of Amogus themed quotes. Very good. Don't beg for admin. Don't harass people. How do you submit stuff here? Because we need Among here. I don't think they have an Eldritch God for their Amoguses yet. How do we... Pegasus! Oh shit, Pegasus is here too. Pegasus is a sus flying horse that appears in the Gus family. Pegasus neighborhood is named after... Pegasus, but replace the P with an M, it becomes Megasus. Oh shit. Oh, Jesus is here too. What is this fucking corrupted shit? Holy fuck. Enemies Amogus Infernalis. Species Amogus God. Jerma has a... What? Why does Jerma have a page on this wiki? Wait, how do I search it here? Germa. Oh no. Oh, it's because he's the sus guy. Right. When yeah, he's the sus guy. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense why he would have... Yeah, he is the sus guy. How the fuck do you submit stuff here though? Amogus wiki. How do we post something on Amogus wiki? We need to look into this. We need to look into this later on. Maybe not today, but we should definitely look into this and post Among here. Because Among is very important. And people need Among in their life. Like, there's no point to an Amogus wiki if it doesn't have Among in it. And they clearly don't have Among yet. So we should definitely add that. Yes, I saw that. I saw that. It was really funny, actually. I wish I had... Well, I... It's not like I couldn't afford a VR headset, right? But the issue is that I get super nauseous really fast when I'm using one of those VR headsets. So I don't think that's really a valid thing for me to do. But Amogus VR is so funny. I love that shit. I wish people would do it a little bit more. But Amogus is now a meme more than an actual game that people enjoy watching. So, you know. But yeah, the Amogus is you know, they're good stuff. Very good. Very good. I need to figure out how to post stuff here, and then we'll dedicate one stream, maybe next week, to posting some Amogus shit in here. Specifically the lore, the entire lore of Among. The Eldritch Among Amogus God. So yeah. we will definitely add the legendary Among here, because he deserves to be a part of this. And we have a lot of Among imagery that we can put here. Have you ever worn neck rings to increase your neck size as a giraffe? No, those are kind of uncomfortable. They get really itchy after a while, and they're really hard to take off. So I don't really do that. I know a lot of giraffes who do, but it's not really my thing. I can understand why some people would do it if they're insecure about their necks, but I'm pretty okay with my necks, or my neck size. So I don't need to compensate for it. Unlike some fucking scrubs do. God, we have so much Among content though. We have so much Among content that we need to post over here. We need to post pictures of Among. Very good. Use plural of next. Well, you know, I'm confused because of all of these emojis over here. Maybe next also have like a funny plural like emoji. God damn. I was like, emoji is like this funny thing that I was like, well, obviously emoji is the plural, but I didn't expect to find AMOGUS wiki to agree with me on this. That was a good thing. Next side. But yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Totally caught me off guard. Well, I can just keep this here. Nekus, yeah. But here's these emojis for you guys. Plural of Mae-mae. Mae-mae is probably like kind of like sheep, you know? It's just Mae-mae. That's the plural of Mae-mae. It's like there's a flock of Mae-mae over there. Like there's a flock of sheep, you know? It doesn't have like a plural. It's like one of those like fish. It doesn't change when it's in plural. Fun fact, kind of like there's a flock of sheep and there's a pride of lions and a murder of crows. There's a tower of giraffe. Giraffe had, it's actually a thing. Mae-mogi, I think there's pictures of me as an emoji. I'm pretty confident we have some fan art that people have drawn of me as an amogus. Let's see. I think Salop drew some Mae-mae amoguses. Oh yeah. Why why does it have massive tits? God damn it, that is so offensive. Why do I kill finger people? Well, Salop has a very special brand of doing weird stuff. But there is Mae-mae emojis. Don't you worry about that. Is it actually plague? A plague of frogs? That is kind of sinister. Let's pull this over here. God, amoguses are great. I love them. They're very good. They're very, very good. Oh yeah, Among over here too. I've played Among Us like literally one time in my life. And still there's so much Amogus content that I always like push for. God, what a fucking wonderful shit meme. It's like such a good shit post. I love Amoguses. That's something for New Year. Oh, play Amogus? I guess we could, now that I think about it, yeah. I guess we could. If we have enough people. I mean, there should be, well, I don't know. Kind of depends on how many other streamers are streaming on New Year's Eve. But we should maybe be able to find like at least 5 people who'd be down for some Amogus themed fun. So yeah. Why not? Why not? write that down in the suggestions channel so that I don't forgore. Because I very easily forgore. So put that down there. Yeah, why not? Why not? It's probably gonna be a long stream anyway, so... Oh, okay. What is this? What is this way that is hard to miss? Now I'm getting kind of nervous. Oh no. Oh no. God damn. Yeah. Amoguses are good. They're very good. I completely lost my train of thought. On was I talking about something important? The Amoguses destroyed my like all the synapses in my brain went firing for the fact that Amogi is an official term. So yeah. I really like the fact that sort of I feel like even Inner Sloth, the original creator of Amogus, they sort of embrace the Amogi memes because that's basically what's keeping their product alive at this point. Is the memes. The product has become basically like a shit post. And while I'm sure they're proud of their product, as like you know, as any artist would, if you put a lot of effort into something, you should be proud of it. So it might feel a little bit iffy if people make it into a shit post, but you know, it's become its own thing. Yeah, exactly. It's become its own universe, where it was only supposed to be like this funny little meme game originally, like a little party game that people have fun with. And now it became a massive meme, like a phenomenon. So I don't think there's like necessarily anything bad with that. I mean, at least they've probably made a shitload of money from merchandising. Like, holy crap. They probably have a lot of money from Amogus. So what's there not to love, you know? I mean, fucking Warner Bros. Got the rights to Big Chungus recently. They just posted something about Big Chungus on Twitter, like have a Big Chungus winter or Christmas or something like that, where it was like they've officially licensed Big Chungus, which is weird, but like, you know, it's funny. And Among Us should definitely, you know, something that would make me really happy. Yeah, Big Chungus has been dead for fucking forever. But Amogus, if Among Us would officially license Amogus, and they'd make Amogus plushies. God, is that a thing? I need to Google this. Are there Amogus plushies? Let's go to like, let me see. Amogus plush. It's Amogus plushie. No, I don't want an Among Us plushie. I want specifically an Amogus plushie. No. The fuck? Yeah, no, these are the official plushies. Amogus. Let's try like Etsy. I don't want Among Us. I want Amogus. Let's try Amogus. No, it just gives me Among Us. Among Us. Among Us. I want the Amogus. Okay, honestly, This one is pretty good. This one is pretty good. I'll show you guys in a second. But yeah, there isn't anything. Okay, there's a penis. Very good. Good thing I pulled this here. Yeah. Okay, I'm done searching. This was the only good one that I found. What a beautiful creature. What a beautiful creature this is. Oh, okay, let's try that. Let's try that. Okay. It has to specifically be Oh shit, there it is. Oh no, it's just AMOGUS WIKI. I thought for a second that was an actual plush. There's an Indiegogo campaign for the AMOGUS plush. But it's not as crummy as the original piece of art. Come on. It has to have that crumminess. It's too good. Like, it has to be facing into the side. This is just a gray AMOGUS. But the... Shit. No, they're asking for 879. Sheesh. It's a little bit much. A little bit much for my AMOGIs. For my AMOGU needs. Unfortunate. We need more shitposting products. Yeah, we definitely need more shitposting products. Oh shit. That's pretty powerful. Look at this motherfucker. That's pretty fucking powerful. Holy shit. I'm pretty impressed, honestly. It's not quite Among levels of power, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah. It's humongous. It's not Among Us. Yeah, we need to make shitpost plushies, LLC. I'm sure you'd get into some legal trouble for making an AMOGUS plushie. Which is unfortunate. But, like, goddamn. I'd be happy to pay, like, a little bit extra for a nice shitpost plushie. Goddamn. Goddamn. Oh, God, I look like I'm dabbing when I'm stretching. Do you guys still remember dabbing? Remember when in the States, people, like, the presidents would have to dab as a presidential election ritual? What a fucking piece of shit cringe thing to do. It's time to sue your own AMOGUS plushie. I should ask Mom to do that one. Make me an AMOGUS plushie. I think she'd probably lose all faith in me. Like, what the fuck is this? My child. Why? Why do you need this? Yeah. Yeah, no, there was something, like, let me see if I can find the Twitter post. Big Chungus. Warner Bros. Okay, so Big Chungus is in a in Looney Tunes. It's in a Looney Tunes gacha game. And then Big Chungus. Now, okay, yeah. So this is what I saw. This is not the thing that I meant, but let's see. So Ultra Instinct, Instinct Shaggy and Big Chungus are now official Warner Bros. Licenses, which is cool. But Warner Bros. Actually obtained the license for Big Chungus, and here we have a representative image. Sorry, it's so tiny. It was a Twitter image. So yeah, I do have Amogus, right? Right here. I've never booted it up once. I played the phone game. Once. And I got fucking cheated out of a win because the other party was like the players that I was playing with were using like some mega pussy fucking shit ass rules. That had like a massively long timer, like kill timer. It was like a minute long kill timer or something stupid like that. But yeah, I actually heard about that too, Noah. The fact that Big Chungus might become like a like an official character in whatchamacallit, the fucking multiverses, Warner Bros. Multiverses or whatever it's called. The Smash Bros. thing. And honestly, I think it's okay. If big brands want to shitpost, I think it's okay. As long as they don't do it in like a super pandering way, which is how things very often end. Because it's very clear very often that big companies obtain these brands just to get money. There's like the spirit of true shit posting is missing, where it's just for fun. And often when brands do try to be like hip and cool and be like, hey guys, hey fellow humans, I also like funny memes, it very easily sort of turns into like you know, silence brand. It's not super well done usually, because usually the people who like, because these big brands work in like layers, like ogres, there's always like that one person who thinks that, hey, Big Chungus, let's bring that into, let's get that an official license, right? Will be so fucking funny because we can shitpost with official big fungus, Big Chungus, Big Among Us. And then the original person who wanted to shitpost with Big Chungus on an official capacity is not the one who's going to be posting Big Chungus on Twitter, but it's going to be the Twitter people, like the people who are in charge of the Warner Bros. Or whatever Twitter, right? And they don't understand the inner intricacies of Big Chungus. And then they just are like, hey guys, Big Chungus, right? You guys like Big Chungus? That's funny. Yeah? Give us some money. Give us money now. Money, please. Big Chungus. You like Big Chungus, so give us money. And then obviously they just end up getting hated by everybody because, like, you know, they should. Can I change the name? There we go. Much better. I don't know why I never did that before. Why did I never do that? What the fuck? What is wrong with me? Shit. That's the correct way to do it. But yeah, fucking big fungus and big Among Us and Big Chunguses aside, very good. That would definitely be something we could do on New Year's. Play some AMOGUS. I've been wanting to play Amogus a lot well, not so much recently, but like whenever I'm like, okay, I should start planning on playing Amogus, like something like a depresso meteor hits me like right in the fucking forehead because something goes to shit, and then the whole planning goes into like trash because I'm like so low energy, and the shit just ain't working out. So hopefully now for the New Year's, maybe I'll have the energy to organize an Amogus gathering. But yeah, I think I'm probably gonna end stream here soon. I am kind of hungry. I haven't eaten anything yet today. And I still have some work for the night that I need to take care of. And honestly, I don't really know what else, unless you guys want me to ramble for a little bit longer about something stupid. But yeah, tomorrow is Gartic Phone. Gartic Phone, and maybe we'll draw some Amogis. Probably Amogis and Mae-maes as usual. We have a few people who have already volunteered to join, so that should be fun. We'll draw some funny things and do some garpic phoning, and yeah. I also downloaded Mega Man Legends. We'll start playing that next week. I feel like I sort of need to get a comfort game. Don't stay up too late, Yerso. I need to get a comfort game because of how shit has been going recently. So I'll get myself a comfort game and just play it for fun, without worrying too much about what other people think about it. Obviously, it's gonna be a little bit sad if I have to play it just by myself, but I mean, you know, it's a funny game. It's like an anime. I'll see if I can figure out how to get the PlayStation 1 emulator to like make the textures HD. If we can, then it should look very anime, which is very nice. So yeah. So that's gonna be something we'll do next week, probably starting on Wednesday, probably. Wednesday and Thursday is probably gonna be gaming nights. Friday, as usual, more variety stuff. You should be able to do it, however it might cause slowdown. We'll see. I mean, my PC is pretty beefy. It's beefy enough to run like Monster Hunter World with the Super HD textures. Very good, very good. Snake of Flavor Fire. There's a very good for you. But yeah, so Mega Man Legends next week. It's a special game to me. I remember as a kid, so I had these friends who introduced two characters. I had like a fucking massive hate boner for two characters. Those two characters were marketed to me really poorly. And they were Kirby and Mega Man. Kirby, I was told that, like, hey, I hate it when people tell me that, hey, May, I'm sure you'd love this. Especially when they recommend me something stupid. Because it just goes to show that they don't know shit about me. So my friend started telling me, hey, May, I'm sure you'd love Kirby. And I'm like, what the fuck is Kirby? Because I had never been familiarized with Kirby back then. And they're like, he's like this pink goblin who like eats people and gets their abilities. And in my head, I imagine like the Green Goblin from Spider-Man, but pink, who's like boring people. And I was like, what the fuck? Why would I like what about me implies that I would like this shit? Then I went to like one of those guys' place and we played Smash 64 on an emulator. I fucking loved Kirby. Holy shit, what a fucking adorable piece. He's not a fucking goblin. He's a marshmallow. Like, come on. Let's be real here. I remember sassing them. Like, what the fuck do you mean goblin? There's nothing even remotely goblin-like here. Yeah, exactly. Pink orb or something. Or just saying, like, he's like Jigglypuff. Except even cuter. But yeah. And then fucking Mega Man. I was basically described like the bad box art Mega Man. And not to, like, what a fucking cringy name. What the fuck is a Mega Man? Like, for anybody who doesn't know, let me find the bad box art Mega Man. I was told that basically, like, this is what the character would look like. It's this man with this, like, gun arm who fights against robots, and they're like mega, and they're like a man at the same time. And I was like, what the fuck? And I'd have this thing with my friends where we'd like, this was back when PlayStation 1 was like the big thing. So we'd trade games where I'd like give my friend like Crash Bandicoot something, for example, to borrow, and they'd give me like something to borrow. And I remember there was nothing I wanted from this person. So they were just like, hey, try Mega Man. I'm sure you'll enjoy Mega Man. And they gave me Mega Man Legends 1. And what a fucking disgustingly ugly box art. Let me show you. Like, it's so cringy. It is one of the ugliest box arts I've ever seen on a fucking video game. And Mega Man Legends 2 is even worse. And then after that, I'll show you guys what they look like in Japan. And what a fucking upgrade. They are fucking beautiful in Japan. Holy crap. Okay, so... starting off with, like, this was what Mega Man Legends was marketed to me as. What a fucking like, what is this iron penis over here? What is this trashy ass fucking 3D model with a shitty fucking stupid anime face? Absolutely disgusting. And I was like, no, this doesn't look cool at all. And then Mega Man Legends 2. Why does he look like a frog? Why does he look like a... What the fuck is this? What is this piss green color? Now look at the fucking Japanese covers. What a fucking beautiful fucking piece of artwork. Like, holy shit. It's stylized. It's like, this coloring is fucking fantastic. I get that it's kind of small. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Characters are super expressive. This is Rockman Dash 2. The dash is it's like an abbreviation of Dig Outers Adventures something Halcyon Days. I don't remember what the abbreviation was for, but this is the first game cover. What a fun game! This looks like such a fun game. There's this robot kid. There's this cute ass girl. There's this stupid fucking ice cream truck and whatever this is, and they're going on an adventure in a colorful world. I would have fucking loved this, but what I was given was this. What a disgusting piece of shit. What a fucking disgusting piece of shit art. Then one day, I had one of my friends visiting over. And we were bored. We were really bored. I remember we were super bored. There was like nothing to do. So I was like, bro, you want to play some Mega Man? And he was like, oh, fuck no. And I was like, no, let's play some Mega Man. I'm sure we'll love this Mega Man, right? I put it in, And like the frame 1 that I started playing, I was like, oh my god, I love this. Like, I was impressed by the fact that he could jump so high. That's how easy I was to impress back then. I was like, what the fuck is this? This is so cool. So I fell in love with Mega Man in that moment. I still think the artwork of the cover art is disgustingly bad. The second one is like even worse. This is absolutely ugly as hell. This isn't even the model from the game. The game has like a really cute art style to it. It's like a fucking beautiful PlayStation game. Let me see. Not 3. 3 got cancelled, which is very fucking sad. Let me see if I can find some. Yeah, like look at this shit. This is what the game looks like. Like they have these. Oh shit, my face. They have like 3D, like simple polygon 3D models, but they have like drawn sprites over their faces that change expressions constantly. They're really expressive, really fun. It has voice acting. The voice acting quality is okay too. It's not bad at all, and it's really colorful and cute. I don't understand at all why they fucked up the fucking cover art like that. What a fucking piece of shit ugly ass cover art. It's a really, really stylized and pretty game. Like look at how expressive the characters are. Like, this is not something you see in PlayStation 1 era a lot. That characters are this expressive. Yeah, they're pixelated and kind of low poly, but like, holy shit. They looked really good, and I fucking fell in love with this shit so hard. And the rest is history. I played it like religiously ever since then. And I deleted my save file like 7 times on accident, and I cried every time I did that. You can see emotion. Exactly. They're like super anime. It's really, really anime, the game itself. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, I don't know. Like, the game is super pretty, so why do you need to ruin it with that, like, fucking trash? There's even ass in here. Like, I don't think... Can I show that? Yeah, there's even ass in the game. Like, look at this shit. But it's a shonen action game, so obviously there has to be nudity in it too. It's great. And we will play it, even if you guys don't give a shit about it. We will play it. And we will play through both 1 and 2. Like, look at this fucking beautiful piece of art. God, it's so fucking pretty. We will play through both of them. They're not very long games. They are maybe about 10 hours each, I'd say. About the same duration as like a Resi game. And because I'm very experienced with them, I think we can push through them a little bit faster. They're actually a little bit spoopy, which is enjoyable to me. They're heavily inspired by Ocarina of Time. They have like these sinister dungeons that you have to explore because you're like a digger. Very close to a very bad word. Your job is a digger, and you're going in these ancient ruins, digging treasure. And that's what we're gonna be doing. So we're gonna play some Mega Man Legends next week. Even if people don't care for it. I need some healing after all the shit that's been going over in my life recently. So this will be my safe space that I will go into, and we'll have some fun with Mega Man. Starting with Legends 1, which is a lot worse than Legends 2, but it's still enjoyable and fun. The Legends 2 is where it's at. Like, what a fucking upgrade. It's so well done. But it should be good. It's humorous and enjoyable. The translation from time to time is a little bit unclear. It has a very weird and heavy plot, And sometimes the translation is a little bit wonky and sort of off kilter. But I'll try to explain when it goes off script, essentially. But yeah, I'll see if I can find something that will make the textures to be HD so that it's not super pixelated. That would be nice. We'll see if my PC can run it. But yeah, so that's gonna be what we're gonna be doing next week. Tomorrow is Garpic Pon, and yeah, I don't think there's one. There was, so PlayStation 1 game modding scene was very small. I wish we could play the Japanese uncensored version of the game. That would be awesome. But well, I could beat it in Japanese, but the issue is that then nobody would understand anything about the story, and I think the story is really enjoyable as well. So, and the characters are really fun and cute. So we'll play it in English, and we'll play the original version. I'll just tell when something's censored. Like, oh, there would be boobies here. Oh, there would be an ass here. Well, we will still see ass, okay? We will still see ass. Sarah's ass in the second game is still in there, I think, even on the European version, if I don't remember wrong. So don't worry. But yeah. And the designs in this game are something that has heavily inspired my personal character design sort of eye. It's a really, really well-designed game when it comes down to character designs. Super, 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 super good. So I'll be able to gush about character design while we play this game as well. So yeah. Yeah. I think the European version might be a little bit less censored than the American one. So I'll see if I can find the European version. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see. I'll Google. I'll see if the wiki has a list of things that have been censored in the games. But I think most of the things that were censored were just like, you can't kill animals. In the Japanese version, you can shoot birds out of the sky. And you can kick dogs. Which is not super cool. But yeah. But we'll see. And so next week is Mega Man. And then this week is gonna be the Garpic phone, and if you want to be a part of the art raffle, go retweet and whatever the thing on Very Loot Mae-mae, and tomorrow before we begin stream we'll raffle the winner. Well, while we begin stream, but you know, you get the fucking point anyway. So yeah, that's what we'll do. Today, Yersu, if you want to, we could do the roulettes before I get to work. So I don't need to worry about that later, because I think they're gonna pop faster right now. But yeah, anyway, sorry for not having anything super interesting this week. I was kind of out of it. But that's about it. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, yo.